On BBC One now, John Humphreys brings you the 9 o'clock news. This is not BBC One, and it's not the 9 o'clock news.
Millard, in this case, I appear for the plaintiff, Mr. William Green of Beaminster in Dorset.
Millard, in this case, I appear for the defendant, Miss Diana Rowley of Prestatyn Cryd.
Millard, in this case, I appear to be in the wrong courtroom. Just two inside, please.
Come on, Constable, pull yourself together. Let's have you back in line.
I can't go back there, Sergeant.
I'm not a sergeant. I'm the chief constable.
Oh, silly, sir. I didn't realise I'd run so far back.
Law and order. Police chiefs are said to be very worried about a new vice racket operation in Soho, the mobile massage parlour.
Following his return from the Caribbean, Prince Charles took time out today to pay a short visit to the editor of the Daily Star.
Hopes of reconciliation between Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton suffered a severe setback today when they got married.
Good evening. Songs of Praise this Sunday comes from our lovely old parish church of St. Stephen in the heart of the West Country, and I welcome you all to our simple service. You join a full congregation of local people who have come to worship tonight. Indeed, it makes quite a change to have so many here, because it wasn't quite the same story last week, was it? Last week, the congregation numbered 7, 4 of whom had turned up a week early by mistake. And the week before that, Harvest Sunday, there were 3 of us. Myself, the organist, Mr. Posner, and a tin of spaghetti. Where were you bastards then? Sitting on your fat agnostic arses in front of Holiday 82, I should think. Watching the Reverend Cliff Mitchellmore preaching on suntan availability in the Algarve. But not tonight, eh? Oh, no. Not when there's a chance of getting your fizzog on the goggle box. You trot along in your nasty little suits, and my God, didn't the hat shop do well this week? You come swanning in here, sitting on pews that haven't seen your bum or any bum in a month of Sundays. You don't know whether to sit, kneel, or stand. You're up and down like a whore's drawers. Christ was right, wasn't he? When 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, the service can't be on television. Oh, to hell with it. We'll sing hymn number 387. Good Christian men rejoice, the Bieber back in town.
We've called in dozens of receivers, closed hundreds of factories, and there are thousands more teetering on the brink in Wales.
What is it?
My bills. My bottle of pills.
Where is the bottle? In the drawer? In your pocket?
In my throat.
The Soviet bloc and the prime ministers of Afghanistan and Poland bumped into each other in Moscow today.
Madam Tussauds, and work is nearing completion on the new wax model of Rod Stewart.
And in part 2, we'll be looking at the one big disadvantage of sperm banks.
Now look,
Oh, Brigshaw, it's you.
I've just been informed that you have arbitrarily terminated the employment of Brother Jameson in the print room.
Is this true, Roger?
Yes,
Without, I might add, any consultation whatsoever with either the convener, the Joint Shop Stewards Committee, or myself.
Why was this man dismissed, Rogers?
He was dead, sir.
Dead.
Yes, he was found dead at his machine,
How did he die?
peacefully in his sleep. I have the death certificate here.
Well, I really can't see the problem. I mean, if Jameson's dead, then we really...
Not officially. Look, it quite categorically states in the Working Practices Manual, death shall be deemed to have occurred when and only when rigor mortis takes place.
I thought we'd agreed on brain death.
No, if you remember, sir, the union felt that brain death might prejudice the status of their living members.
So how long ago did this man die?
Brother Jameson became subject to involuntary immobilization about 18 weeks ago.
18 weeks? Good Lord, rigor mortis must have set him by now.
Well, it hasn't.
No, sir. Mr. Brigshaw had the body strapped to one of the central heating radiators.
Brigshaw.
Safety reasons, I'm afraid. I could not allow my members to take the risk of slipping in the ooze that was emanating from my member.
Ooh, my God, the body must be absolutely...
Oh, and that's another thing. We'll need complete sets of breathing apparatus in the print room, new air conditioning, and I would suggest triple wages for Brother Jameson, who throughout this difficult period has been available for work on a 3-shift basis. Oh, and there's one more thing.
What's that?
Could he have next Thursday afternoon off?
That's finished?
Beautifully done, Doctor. Some nice stitch work, huh?
Thank you. Right, you can take it away, nurse.
Nurse? Nurse?
chiefs, looking for the cause of all the trouble at St. Saviour's School, believe they have isolated the main culprit.
The British Airports Authority have introduced new minimum fines for airlines who allow their planes to foul the runway.
In Britain's prisons this week, a new Get Tough policy was initiated for all convicted rapists.
Makes it much more exciting, doesn't it?
Mr. Rumley?
That's me.
I'm Claire Wimbush.
Oh, hello, lass.
I'm from the Youth Opportunities Programme.
Well, sit down, sit down, sit down. What can I do for you? Have a Rumbley's pie.
Thank you very much. Mr. Rumley, over the past 12 months, we've sent you 117 unemployed school leavers, and I'm here to see how they're getting along.
Oh. Yes.
You see, Rumbley's Pies and Sausages are one of our most cooperative local employers. And, we've never had any complaints from...
No, well, you wouldn't have. Not from the kids, leastways.
How are they getting along, Mr. Rumley? I mean, are they getting plenty of on-the-job training, for example?
Well, I'm using them mainly for filling in. As it were.
Well, I must say, Mr. Rumley, you are the ideal employer. And not a hint of racial prejudice.
No. Bloody well hope not. Care for a black pudding?
Hundreds of chainsaws, thousands of bloodthirsty slant-eyed seamen, and only 3.5 whales left to go.
Mr. President, I have the good fortune to be the first Liberal leader for over half a century who's able to say to you at the end of our annual assembly, go back to your constituencies and prepare for government.
Think of the British Museum as being a rather dark and stuffy place that's full of mouldy old relics that don't mean anything to anybody. Well, the other day I went over there to find out if it was really true, and I made two new friends, Jean-Pierre and Hugo. Hugo, what do you think of the British Museum?
Well, it's an interesting building, isn't it? Its primary purpose is, of course, functional.
Right.
Really, it's a sort of large container of treasures rather than a treasure itself.
Right. Jean-Pierre, you're saying not to agree with
Of course I don't agree. Who is this man? He is an insult to me.
Right, well, what do you think of the British Museum, then?
Me, I am disgusted by it, of course. Who is this man, Hugo? Its primary purpose is, of course, functional. What a load of willies! Its primary purpose is, of course, sexual. It is a massive assertion of the phallic power of London. These huge columns plunging into Mother Earth.
That's a rather unorthodox point of view, isn't it?
Unorthodox? Who would not be unorthodox in a country like this where everyone is so repressed? Prince Charles, he gets married in St. Paul's. This enormous titty. The biggest titty in the world. And who mentions it? No one. No one!
But if I may say so, I mean, anyone who's watching this is going to think that you're completely potty.
Potty? Of course I am potty. Who would not be a potty in a country where the Houses of Parliament are erected in the shadow of something called Big Ben that every hour says dong?
Aren't you just sex mad?
Who would not be sex mad in a country where they erect an enormous phallus in the centre of London and call it Nelson's column. Nelson's column. Pah! It is Nelson's Willie. That's what it is, Nelson's Willie. A huge, massive private part, exposed to the air, penetrating the skies in the hope that the Union will produce another Nelson with another phenomenally large Willie. And all people say the post office tower. The post office tower. Pah! It is the post office prick, plunging the sky.
That might be all we've got.
Ready now to remove the old heart prior to inserting the donor organ. Now, who'd like to tell me where to make the next incision? Come on. You'll have to do it by yourself one day. You won't have me here to help you. Come on, you have a try.
No, I'm not so hot on the practical side, actually.
Not so hard? Good God, man, you come from Guy's, don't you?
No, I'm from the Sunday Times.
What?
Well, I'm writing an article, if you remember.
Yes. All right, well, you have a go.
No, he's my photographer.
Good God, man! You?
World in action.
Is there anyone here at all with more than a passing acquaintance with the practice of open heart surgery?
Well, I was assistant cameraman on All Creatures Great and Small.
You?
Caravanning and Camping magazine.
I want everybody not directly associated with this operation to leave the theatre. Thank you. Perhaps I can get on in a bit of peace now.
This is Joan Thurkettle, News at 10, Packworth.
Later on in the programme, Prince Charles will be talking about his hair transplant operation and how it went horribly wrong. Middle East, and the latest pictures from Iran seem to indicate that the Ayatollah is rapidly running out of people to hang.
The ice is in our soccer clubs now, and because of disastrous team performances, Derby County have been forced to call in the official receiver. He'll be playing in midfield against Blackburn next Saturday.
Rawlinson, come in, sit down.
Morning, sir. Morning, gentlemen. Morning. Thank you. Good morning.
Sit down, too. Now, Rawlinson, we, the directors and I, have been considering the club's recent results.
Yes, sir.
Played 18, won 0, drawn 0, lost 19. This includes, of course, last night's match against Newport County, when you surrendered before kick-off.
Yes, sir.
Now, the directors and myself, we don't want to start apportioning blame or anything. But we did feel that perhaps some new players...
I signed 3 new players last week, sir.
Ah, yes, so you did. Kevin Rawlinson, Gary Rawlinson, and Denny Hotchkiss.
Fine lads, sir.
Perhaps, but by some remarkable turn of fate, Rawlinson, all 3 are your cousins.
That's a lie, sir.
All right, so Denny Hotchkiss is your wife's cousin.
He's a fine, promising youngster, sir.
He's 47.
Not until September, sir.
And as for our so-called youth squad...
Now, sir, I won't have a word said against those lads. I look on those lads like... Well, like a father looks on his son, sir.
They are your sons, Rawlinson.
Coincidentally, sir, yes.
I suppose that's why we signed our new left winger.
Sir, that left winger is there for reasons of skill, pace and experience.
And because she's your mother?
There is a family connection, sir.
She's your mother, Rawlinson. And she's 81.
Well, she's young for her age, sir.
But you know, all this, Rawlinson, would pale into insignificance if it wasn't for the question of our goalkeeper.
Well, he tries his best.
Tries his best? Rawlinson, how do you think we directors feel sitting in our box come a Saturday, looking down at our goalkeeper, running around in excited little circles, yapping and barking and pausing only to piddle against the goalposts?
Fluffy's been in the family for years, sir.
I'm surprised you don't play your blasted cat.
It's got a groin strain. I suppose this is it, then, is it? The sack, Another Football League manager fired?
Now, Rawlinson, listen to me. This club isn't like the others. We don't sack our managers just because you lose a few games. So we're going to give you one last chance. Win on Saturday, and your job is safe.
Thank you, Uncle Norris. Thank you.
Clubs and thousands of girls, all waiting to help you make it in Wales.
Lord Great Chamberlain, with his white staff, gives the sign for the procession to turn and for the fanfare from the trumpeters.